Okay. I think I'm live. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. Sophie, let me know sick. You guys were here earlier. Why were you yawning right now? Of all times. It's always when I go to do my intro or my outro, sometimes a yawn just sneaks its way in there to give me the old middle finger. Anywho, Sophie, Lunatic, how you doing? I don't know about the rest of you, but I really didn't like this set of Pandaemonium. I had no spoilers. I don't know positive or negative anything about this set. The most I know is just the name of the trials. Oh, sorry, the trials. The raids for this raid. I know the name. It's like XIV or XIV, something like that. I know those because I had to look up, like, I had to double check that the questline starts here. And it showed cases like the unlocks, and it shows it was like XIV or something like that. So yeah. Hey, Big Gamer. Damn, 3:30 on the dot. I mean, I meant to start at 3, but I had a late lunch, and it was weighing me down. Like, to the point where I was kind of like falling asleep in my own chair. I had pasta, so tends to weigh you down. So I decided I'm going to extend it like for about a half hour, and I took kind of like a power nap, like right here, just like this, with everything set up. That way I'd wait, like, you know, I'd be ready to go the moment I set my alarm, and I just took like a 25-30-ish minute nap. So, yeah, pasta not my ass out. Probably not the smartest lunch to have so close to a stream, but that's why I did 3:30 as opposed to 3. But I had my power nap. We're good to go, and I am excited for the continuation of the Pandaemonium raids. We left off on an interesting note on the last one, so I'm curious. I mean, the post-patch content for Endwalker so far has been pretty good. I still would say, you know, not having done this Pandaemonium stuff, and obviously we're not completely done yet with the post-patch story content, I would say it's up there, pretty good for post-expansion content. But for me, I think I still, my favorite storyline anyway, for post-expansion content is still the Dragon Song War from Heaven's Ward. Like, that is still the king of post-expansion patch content. Like, that storyline was fantastic. And we've yet to get something as high quality. Not to say we haven't gotten high quality, you know, story content and raids and dungeons and trials post a significant expansion. Pretty much all of them have had really good content after the core expansion, but I think we've yet to hit the same bar. Like Shadowbringers post core expansion content, even for me, wasn't. And parts of it were certainly comparable or a little bit better than the Dragon Song War, but like overarching, I think the Dragon Song War story wise is still like the best we've had. That's my opinion. But you know, Endwalker's been pretty good as well. The Endwalker post-expansion content's been pretty entertaining, and I enjoy it. The only downside of it is the wait, but obviously that was the downside with all the previous ones. Except I didn't have to wait with those ones because I joined this game right before this expansion. So, oh man. All right, make sure to leave a like on the stream, guys. Make sure to support it in the algorithm, make sure it gets passed along. YouTube doesn't push stuff if you don't like it and you don't subscribe and you don't do all the interaction stuff. This one is the start of an entire new arc. Think more Aromaborn slow build. Well, the thing is, so was the arc of a story that came after Stormblood. That pretty much started its own story as well. Most of the post-expansion patches or content packs either finished off a story and then started a new one, or started a new one for the next expansion. And that's pretty much what happened with Stormblood. With the not the Stormblood post-patch content, and post-patch for like the setup. Anyway, I'm not making sense at this point. But I would say I don't think that is. I wouldn't really use that as an explanation for why it's quality or not. They've all had to set up the next story, or at the very least had their own self-contained one that finishes something from the previous. Regardless of whether it starts one or not, I'm still judging it on the quality of what it is presenting. And it's still very, very good, still very, very entertaining, but would I say it's more so than the Dragonsong War? No. And that's what's important, is like, we're still looking at the quality of it. I don't think, like, pointing out that, oh, it's a brand new arc of a story, therefore I should artificially improve my opinion of it. It's neither here nor there whether it starts an arc or not. It's still, and even then, like, for example, the Pandemonium raid specifically, they're not starting a new arc. Those are continuing storylines we started in Endwalker. Like that's simple. Like that story is a continuation. Now, if we're talking about the main story quests, then yes, this is starting up its own core story. The only carryover being some characters. I say some. The usual suspects, and then of course more of a focus on our dragon buddy. And his sister now, who is unfortunately gone. Well, I hope not gone, but, you know, corrupted. But the point is, every post-expansion, like, box of patches has had to both start a new arc and finish up what the previous expansion did. They've all done this, and I wouldn't say Endwalker is an exception, but even if we say that that's the case, I don't think that is a reason to artificially up my opinion of it. That makes sense. Like, it's regardless of arc starting or not, it's still being judged on the overall quality of the story it's presenting, the actual vibe of the content we're going through, the music, the raids. And I think Endwalker is pretty good. Again, like, this is not an argument of is it bad or not. This is an argument of is it as good as, in my opinion, Dragonsong War. No. That's like my flat line. I just say no. It's not as good as the post-expansion content for the Dragonsong War. Like, that set of patches is still the highest quality we've gotten, where everything else, I think, has gotten close to it, but not quite achieved that same level. But that being said, again, this isn't me, like, saying Endwalker's post-patch content is bad. It's not me saying Shadowbringers was bad, post-expansion content. No, that's not what I'm arguing. I wouldn't say a single patch, let alone expansion, in this game is describable as bad. Like, I think if anyone did that, they either have no fucking taste whatsoever, or they're just someone determined to hate the game. But I think if you're a rational human being with any kind of interest or genuine interest in a compelling story, compelling gameplay content, and additions to the game, the overall game's value, I'd say that you can't, again, you can't make that argument that this is falling short of that in any fucking category. But that being said, again, I'm not speaking of general quality, I'm comparing it. And comparing it to Dragonsong War, I don't think it lives up to that same level. I will say this, though. Endwalker did present, the post-patch content did present us with the greatest fucking song that has come out of this game, in my opinion, that being Scream. Like, that song is fucking ball. It's still my favorite song. I know you guys, I can't stress this enough. It is on my workout playlist now, and it is also on my work playlist. Like, when I'm at work, I have this thing fucking looping. I don't know why I love that song so much. I can't exactly put it into words. It's just, it's equal parts artistry in the song and, like, the actual performance, and also the energy it just kind of gives me. Like, that is by far my favorite song from the game. Period. Scream is, like, at the top of my list. Just below it would be the Aroma Reborn theme, and then below that would probably, you know when I said that, live, die, and no. But just below that would probably be the Shadowbringers theme, and I don't know what would be fourth. Hey, Sambiaku and Madao. Hello. On Blade's Edge. Wasn't using it as a method to up your opinion. I'm saying Aroma Reborn was terrible, so I'm not surprised some may not like it. I don't, you know, all this time later, like, I remember first being told that when I first started playing FF14, is like, everybody was like, oh, you know, be forgiving for Aroma Reborn, just get through it, and when you get to Heaven's War, then it all starts being better. Looking back, I still don't fully, like, I get more so now where people were coming from. It is the expansion, or in the case of this game, it's basically just the base game now. It is the slowest, breathing section of content, story-wise and otherwise. But to this day, I still, like, I don't think I've ever told a new player to this game, hey, just, you know, I know Aroma Reborn is rough, just get through it. Like, I don't tell people that. I do tell people the first part. Like, you know, Aroma Reborn's kind of slow, but pay attention. You know, pay attention, don't rush through it, don't feel you gotta push through it. Take your time and understand that Aroma Reborn is still fucking fantastic. It's still amazing. Like, I played through that at a slow pace. I paid attention to nearly every line of dialogue, from every side character to side quest, and I got lost in it. I absolutely loved Aroma Reborn. And for me, I've never had that, I don't recall ever having that point during Aroma Reborn where I was like, oh, I just can't wait to get past this, oh, I don't want to listen to this dialogue, oh. I don't think I ever had that. Like, maybe it's just the way I'm wired. It's different from the average person. Maybe I have more patience for this stuff. I don't want to make myself out to be like, you know, oh, I'm superior to you because I have the patience to listen to and read dialogue for 12 hours a day. No, I'm not making that claim, but, you know, I just, maybe that is the case, though, to a degree, that I have more patience than the average person. Or maybe it was just because it hit me at just the right time where I was more open to a slow build experience. I don't know. But for me, again, just looking back, I never had that point where I thought Aroma Reborn was dragging. You know, the most I could say is I look back and I'm like, okay, compared to other expansions, it definitely, you know, took its time more so to hit the, you know, hit the bell curve. You know, to hit its height and then slow down and then move on to the next stuff. It took a much longer time to do that, but at the same time I look back and again, it needed to do that though. Because Aroma Reborn is the base experience. It establishes everything. It establishes your understanding of the gameplay. It understands your understanding of the gameplay loop. It's from which all of the core stories are built it off of. It has to establish everything for old players who are coming back to the game and are trying to re-establish themselves where they are in the story, and for new players that has to re-establish the whole world and still do that, still act as the jump-off point for people to continue the story and get invested into the world. It has to establish the factions, it has to establish the alliances, it has to establish the beastmen, it has to establish all the rules of magic and how it works in this world, the void. There's so much stuff Aroma Reborn has to do. And if it did all of that in the same amount of time that all the other expansions took to establish their settings into their storylines, I just think we wouldn't look on any of those expansions fondly. Because we wouldn't look on Aroma Reborn fondly for that. Because it would have rushed it, right? Like, our investment into the Beastmen, it would have been rushed. So we wouldn't have been invested in it. Our investment into the icons, or the, I've been calling them that so much lately. I know the Beastmen, like, consider them gods. What's the other thing we call them? Crap. I've just been calling them icons for so long now. But them, You know, it has to establish them. It has to establish their rules, like the ether. It's just so much Rumbleboard had to set up, so it had to take that time. But for me, it just didn't drag because I was learning something new, like every single primals. Thank you. But we had to learn something new every single other quest. It was so much of it was bean sprouting. You know, like it's building the foundation. So that's why it took so long, and I never felt like it dragged. But I can understand why the average person who's, you know, jumping into this and isn't expecting a story-driven experience would be disappointed, or would, you know, be like, oh, would it just move on? So get fell cleaved. Well, I'm glad your fell cleave is rated E for everyone, you know? It knows no limits to its use. But anyway, back to my core point I was trying to make. I think the 6-point insert here, patch content, has been good. It's been enjoyable, and like I said, it gave me one of my favorite songs from this game, period. But you know, looking through all the different post-expansion experiences, I'd say this one is up there. It's definitely enjoyable. But again, Dragonsong War, I think, full package is still the best one. To me. Then again, I'm also saying that from we're not done this post Endwalker content yet, so I will come back to that when we finally get like the very last of the MSQ stuff and we, you know, catch up on everything. I'll come back to that. Now, if something big happens, which something major is supposed to, then maybe I'll like reevaluate and be like, okay, maybe it is better than Dragonsong War because of this huge like bombshell. But you know, looking at what we have so far, which is a good chunk of what we've had for this post Endwalker experience, it's good. It's great. Fantastic. I've enjoyed every patch, and I'm glad to continue enjoying it, but not the best. Anyway, so yeah, here we are. Here we are, ready to go and continue the Pandaemonium raids. So, I will talk to Rusena. The Frenchies. Ah, Shroud. I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake, after all, and Master Fortunal recently sent word regarding his investigation. It seems he's uncovered information regarding Professor Claudine's whereabouts and the sudden appearance of the Pandaemonium in the Ethereal Sea. We would do well to meet with him at once. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to an Antioscope forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements and join you shortly. Thank you, Rusino. Alright. Enria, come to my aid. Whee! The lightning is going Goku style. The flying Nimbus. Oh, I can't fly in here. That's right. Name. Oh, I have to go around the side. My bad. Friendly nameplates cannot be fell-cleaved. True, but that's more of a system limitation and less of your attempt. Passage to the Antioscope. Away! What are the only two proper mounts for any aspiring monk? Are you an aspiring monk? Oh. Okay. That reminds me, I still got a power level classes on the side here. I keep getting distracted with other stuff. Oh, destination. I walked right over it. Punchies are fun. Really? I think my favorite is definitely Reaper for melee DPS. I do physical and spiritual damage all at once. I thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forego formalities and jump straight to the heart of the matter. Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Claudine, who has not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Azizla. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Aether Chemical Research Facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the Professor, he was nowhere to be found. There were signs that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility, so this trail was duly followed. However, the trail led nowhere. In the most literal sense, it was almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence. Further investigation confirmed the expedition party's suspicions. Nigh on an entire sector of Azizla has been teleported elsewhere. Teleported? To where? We believe that its destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea, here, where its Alagon facilities reconstituted as the Halls of Pandaemonium, to great success, as you can see. So that means Professor Claudine is in there, in that monstrous fortress? That is our leading theory. We are certain enough, at least, to risk sending you into its depths in search of the missing man. Yet, before we do, there is another pressing matter. While Pandaemonium may appear firmly sealed, an unknown entity was recently spied crawling forth from its gates. We observed its behavior with the antioscope, and to our horror witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding ether like a ravenous beast. What? What? It must be stopped! The ethereal sea harbors the souls of the departed. 'Tis the wellspring from which all creatures are born. If its flow were disturbed, life itself might cease to be. Well, that is a certain oh fuck situation. Precisely. Its safety must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace, Shroud. Then we will be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. I'm your man. This memory crystal was recovered from Claudine's airship. Take it with you. It may yet provide some insight into the enigma of Pandaemonium. Without Themis, there will be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable in combat, but are you certain you'll be alright? Yeah, I'll be fine. Themis isn't the only one who can summon our illusionary allies. As long as I'm free to focus on my foe, there's naught to be worried about. That's the spirit! I would lend you my arms, such as they are, but I believe I'll be more useful in the provision of information and non-martial support. Indeed. I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. Thank you, my good sir. Hey, Jenny. Yeah, I didn't miss anything much. The potato is at least trying to be useful. Yes, unlike most potatoes. Okay. Time to go for the ninth circle of hell. I mean, not hell, something else. Alright. Oh wait, I should probably wait for you guys. For those who want to volunteer your aid. And if you do, I will be in the stream, DC. Hello?
Hello.
Hey. Hi, Jenny.
Good morning. I have literally been out of bed for less than 5 minutes.
What a morning wake up call. Have you had coffee?
No. I have a cup that used to have tea in it.
Used to have tea.
Yes, used to have tea. I could make myself more tea, but that would be getting up and going and doing it. I don't feel like doing it.
Okay.
How's your day been?
Pretty good. It's my first day off in most of the week since Sunday. Last Sunday. Except for 4th of July, but I wouldn't really call that a day off, given the family obligations.
Yeah, at least you didn't explode yourself.
No.
Exploding yourself would have been bad. I would have had to find you and bite you, because I did threaten to. Something about alcohol and explosives.
Comes with having an Irish and Scottish family. There's always alcohol involved. There's no societal shame in that. I probably should start inviting the crew. Social friend list. Lauren, I assume, will want to join? Question mark.
Okay.
Boom. I think that's everyone who's currently available. Hello, boys.
Hooray!
Alright. I assume everyone's good for me to start up the queue.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yep.
Good. Alright.
The first one is pretty straightforward and simple.
Yep. It is.
Now that you've said that, I'm gonna die 6 times.
Probably not. Honestly, this one is so easy even bad gamer can do it.
I didn't die at all my first run, and then
Oh, son of a biscuit.
my
I do like the background here.
Alright, let's see it. Alright, automatically pretty. Anabesios. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Or Anabesos.
Anabaseos. You had it pretty close the first time.
I'm gonna call it whatever the hell I want. At this point, I give up trying to say this shit correctly.
Alright. Well, in any event, comforting thing to note here is I believe the walls in this one at least are not death.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't fall off of the edges of this one.
You're pretty sure? I don't know, I'll test it.
I
I'm
don't
reasonably
think
sure.
so. I think there
I'm
is a
reasonably
death
sure.
zone though.
Yeah,
No death zone, no ledge to fall off of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're safe running at the edges in this one.
No, speaking of spreading, if any of y'all,
Coquitos.
if any of y'all end up with a AoE over your heads, as long as I don't have one too, feel free to treat the space that I am in as empty space.
I'm so glad it's just straight to the boss fight, no chaff.
Yeah, it's one of the things I like about Trials in this game.
I'm a little hit or miss on it, but we can talk about that later.
Hey, that sounds like me every time I have a day off. Eat, fight, eat, fight, eat, fight. Get my Doritos, my Mountain Dew, and sit me down. I'll be busy all night.
Yep, I'm death zone.
Up, death zone. Up, there we are. I'm an idiot.
Death brings me your peace. Such is my fate.
But does the voice keep switching from feminine to masculine? Because
Yes, yes,
Okay.
there is a feminine and a masculine voice for this one.
okay. I was wondering. I
It
was like,
freaked me out at first too. I was like, wait.
Take you.
no shit. That's way bigger than I want.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
My elfin
Yep.
breath is laced with magics.
Okay, the color of the element that flashes on screen indicates the element that's going to expand.
Ice. Fire.
It just says fire and ice first.
Yep, to show you what it looks like.
Yep.
Can wield such power as mine.
And
Now
then
we're
she'll
gonna get
do.
both.
Then she'll pair them.
Flames take
Fire's going to
you.
expand.
Okay.
This shouldn't kill you.
It seems like an
This is
easy
an
enough.
AoE with a bleed.
With the bleed.
Yeah, this is something healers have to watch out for.
Another
Yep.
fleeting diversion.
Alright, now the Ravening, it's going to switch up its style a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot.
Yeah, but it's still pretty straightforward.
Yep.
And
Always more killing to be done, and I'm always happy to oblige. Make it fun.
Alright, get close to the blue circle, but not in it. It's a knockback.
Close to it, but not in it.
yep.
Gotcha.
Alright, now watch the lines on the floor. They're going to explode once they reach the end.
The first drops are always the
Ow.
sweetest.
Don't stack those!
Oh yeah. Fuck.
I'm glad I missed that.
Yep, that was my bad.
Our instinct to stack on those is bad.
Yeah, that was my bad. I was just kind of halfway not paying attention.
Alright,
I didn't die for once. It's amazing.
okay, he's gonna follow up. Okay, get to the front.
He will have said either front or back attack for
Yep.
that.
As indicated by the cast.
Okay, my bad.
Symbiote and Madao's clapping at them.
Yeah, don't. Like I said, I've been out of bed for less than 10 minutes, so.
Alright, changing to another one. Take those to the edge.
The very edge?
Very
Without-
edge is good, but yeah, just away. Because it follows
Yeah.
up with a knockback. Good. I would take this alone, but
Wait,
I
do we
figure I'd
stack
be
up or do we
nice.
not stack up?
Yep, there's a stack. Only if there's like 2 stacks,
Yeah,
you
the
generally have to be
problem
careful.
was there were 2 stacks, and I ran for the place where
Alright,
the tank was.
2 busters and a proximity in the center. Now, follow giant ping pong.
Do what comes naturally with meteors.
Hide behind rocks.
Stay together. And that is most everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll just memorize all that in one go. We're good.
Yeah, there's one more thing left, but it's really straightforward.
disturbed once again. Crumble and die.
How about you crumble and die? Cranky?
Ice bind you.
Ice will expand.
Tame
Yep.
me, my darlings.
Again, that was a lot to remember.
It'll be the
so.
opposite.
Flames take you.
Enemy shank
And
the
dual
bitch.
spell as before.
Ice bind you. This shouldn't kill you.
Price of this.
Honestly, if that attack kills anybody, I've been doing something wrong.
Tank instincts must mitigate.
You can be honest. By everybody we know, you mean me.
Alright, boom. Hey, Asuka.
You're
Let me drop
going
my-
over to Marshallist again, so
do
she it should be doing the knockback again. Yep.
And you can see where that is by the cracks on the floor.
Yeah.
Front combination. Hello there, buddy. Let's use Augur or Prezzle that.
Refresh my DOT.
Buster.
And Shroud on Shroud. And Communio. Oh, click that again. Fuck! I do that way too often.
And over to the BC again.
This guy has a lot of transitioning phases.
He does.
Yeah, but with each one, there's really not a heck of a lot to it.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 gimmicks per phase.
Follow the giant pink bun.
But you're not a bun, you're a bunny.
Oh, I jumped the gun.
Yes, you did.
The bun jumped the gun. Oh well.
It's alright, you only got yourself killed. I killed half the party.
You just woke up.
Still, when it comes to more impressive failures, I succeeded better. I killed most of the party rather than just myself.
It's not like you. No. Of course, I had to say something.
We got the proximity, didn't ya?
No, I just tried to run the long way across the field instead of backwards. Because I'm stupid.
Hey, now I thought intelligence was my dump stat, not yours.
So back when Madonna says, should try the Savage version. It's fun seeing people mess up Limit Cut again and again and again. I still gotta do Savage versions
to
of.
do Savage stuff, but I don't feel like doing it.
I still have yet to do Savage content. I keep trying to catch up on the content I still have to catch up on. Alright, ice is expanding, so fire.
Yep.
I do really want to do Heidelin I almost said extreme, but
That is an extreme.
okay, that is
is
extreme.
that would be
trial.
Flames take you.
I do want to do that one because V got to do
Alright,
it, and
fine.
I think she nailed it. So, well,
Yeah, I was
All right.
wondering.
Remember, it's current content, so 1 token.
I
per week.
finally
I've already
get-
gotten mine.
I finally get what this thing reminds me of. It reminds me of a nobody from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, when I first came in here, I was like, this reminds me of Kingdom Hearts 2.
I don't know if that's intentional though. I don't think so. I think it might be a reference to something else, but it looks eerily like one of the nobody bosses or types from Kingdom Hearts 2. At least in my opinion, maybe I'm off.
No, it wasn't just you. It was something that someone who I was in here with said to me as well. Because when I first did these, I did them with wifey.
Alright, I'll roll need on all of it since I need all of them.
Pick what
It's equal item level to the crafted stuff that I made you, and equal in stats. Only the secondaries are different.
Pick what you want and go for that piece.
I got unsung something.
Yes,
Unsung-
they're all unsung something.
Unsung Chausis of Anabesios or Anabesos.
Pants, I think.
Yep, pants. 4 of those will get you a pants.
Yep.
Yay! Let me guess, it's weekly lockout.
Yes.
Yep,
because it
weekly.
is current content.
I hate the lockouts. So you can get one of these every week.
But there are 4 wings to do stuff from.
Impressive work, Shroud. The memories of your tenacity were not embellished in the slightest. You have pretty eyes. What's your name? Do not be alarmed. A proper introduction shall set your mind at ease. I am Athena, chief keyword of Pandaemonium, wife of this bitch. Okay. I take back my compliment of your eyes. Wife to La Habrea and mother to Erchthonios. And it is I who made Pandaemonium anew in the underworld. In a manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. In a manner of speaking? No, just, that's the fact. I must say, I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one, for your deeds in the past have left quite an impression on me. I understand you have reason to be wary, but I assure you there is no need. Uh-huh. I know not what La Habrea has told you of me, but all that I have done out of sincere scientific curiosity. Okay. Just because you do it out of a genuine... He didn't tell us that wasn't the case. In fact, the impression was quite solid that you were doing it out of an interest for research purposes. But the thing is, you completely eradicated any and all of your soul or humanity or any level of ethics or morality to do it. So that doesn't alleviate any evil, it just makes it all the more horrific because you weren't even doing it weren't even doing it with honest evil intent. It was, in fact, I won't say an innocent desire, but it was, in fact, a desire of yours out of genuine curiosity that you did the horrible things that you did. Like, instead of an actual more, like, you knew this would benefit you in some sincere or solid way. No. This was an experiment. You were testing a theory. You weren't certain of any kind of outcome. I'll tell you this, like, an evil being that does something out of a desire to, you know, benefit themselves or their side of things, usually when they do it with a level of certainty that what they're doing is going to lead to at least someone winning in the equation. Just to test a goddamn theory, you have done so much bad. That appetite yet remains, even after my rebirth. Conflict is the furthest thing from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out, before brandishing your weapon. I, as a person, wouldn't be holding back, but okay. But okay. I know full well how the writing goes. The writing is gonna make it so our character is just like, oh, okay, I'll hear you out. Why not? This might be worth my time. You were reborn, give Claudian back, so you have no intention of halting your research. I mean, all the above, but... Hashtag girl boss. Ugh. I have not endured this long journey to let my dream of godhood go unrealized. Fuck you. Seriously, can I just, like, embody my character right now and draw my goddamn scythe and just start hacking away? Ah! I hate these types so much. The souls of the ethereal sea and the man you call Claudian are indispensable to my work. Great. Now he's a guinea pig. Worry not, for I treat all my tools with care, especially those with which I will grasp godhood. You crazy. You fucking crazy bitch. I think the worst part is she feels like she could just reason with me. She's like, oh yes, let me just explain to you how it's all about godhood, and that suddenly makes it all better. That adds the gentle aroma of fixing everything. I've done, see, like, once I put it into perspective, that is all for godhood. That makes it better. Utilizing my own child as a goddamn tool of science? Yes! Yes! This makes it all better, doesn't it? What is it about, like, parents in, like, Japanese media where they're like one of three extremes, right? Like, they're either, like, the best parents you could possibly see in any fiction ever. Like, where they go out of their way to do as much as possible for their kids, and they're super, you know, tough on them when they have to be, and they're super nice to them when they can be. You know, like, top-tier parents. Dead. Or, like, the worst fucking, like, imaginable parent. Like, not even just a little bad. Like, a little abusive. No. To the worst fucking extreme possible. Like, not just pulling out the belt a bit too often and drinking too much. No. Let's quadruple the evil value. Let's just make it as horrible as possible. Not only are they a parent that just doesn't give a fuck about their kid, but worse, sees them as a scientific research tool in which to enhance themselves, has no, like, love or compassion for them at all, and is just downright disregarding. like, seriously. Then you look at Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that's got, like, every single one of them. It's got, like, the best parent ever, dead parents, and it's got the worst parents ever. Oh my god. I hate these. I hate. You know what? La Brea wasn't as bad as we all thought. To be honest, for escaping this type of marriage, he actually came out a lot better than we all thought. I mean, at least he just wanted to bring back, you know, another god and, like, bring back and lead the Asians to bring back their culture and stuff. But at least he knew that would work. And he didn't put Erichthonios' life on the line to do it. I mean, Erichthonios was already gone. But at least he actually was doing something he knew would work. It's just, it was horrible and evil and megalomaniacal. But still, he knew it would work. And it was... at least the ethical lines made sense. This experimental bullshit of godhood is... I don't know, for, like, a motivation, this is one that pisses me off. Like, on a level I can't quite explain or convey. You're as stubborn as La Habrea, I see. You know what? 3 expansions ago, I would have said, fuck you, that is an insult. But now, that's a goddamn compliment, bitch. Okay, fuck you. Although I speak in earnest, you refuse to hear my meaning of my words. You know, if Hitler looked me dead in the eye and spoke out earnestly, he thought killing all the Jews would clean the earth up of all problems. You know, just because he says it earnestly doesn't make it better. You know, like, I feel that the level of earnestness doesn't inherently improve what you're saying. Like if the core of what you're saying is garbage, you could be saying it in the most, like, elitist fashion, the most hollow fashion you can possibly speak in it as, but that doesn't change the outcome. That doesn't change the substance of what you have to say. Oh, I wasn't tempered. This bitch drove him nuts. Exactly. Oh my god. Luckily, you already possess the tools I require to make one for you. Ah shit, what'd she do to our stone? Yes, that crystal teems with memories. Memories of 2 souls you know quite well. La Habrea and Ericthonius. Yeah, apparently I know him fucking better than you do. I shall stitch them into the fabric of 2 errant souls. With their help, you may come to see clearly. Okay. How are we? Surely these 2 have much to tell you of me, and I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall better understand me. My desire for godhood. Again, it's not a lack of understanding that's the issue. I understand perfectly. It doesn't make your actions better. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. However, with these memories I may very well manage to weave together something presentable. You have a place in my plans. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I am unsurprised to find you here. At present I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you can help me address this inequity. Is there somewhere we can speak without fear of interruption? Technically, yes. What number of reunions is this we've had with, like, La Habrea? This will make 3 or 4. I don't know how long it's been, Shroud, but it's good as ever to see your face. Would that it... Excuse me. But it's good as ever to see your face. Would that it were under more conventional circumstances. Just where are we, and what events have led to this unexpected reunion? Ah, yes. I remember you telling us about this memory crystal. To think that it contained our memories. This is a lot to take in, not least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you after a time, but could find no trace. Now I know why. That does actually feel kind of heartwarming, though. To know that Ericthonius, like, looked for us. He's like, I can't find him. Because I always wonder, like, after, like, the characters and individuals we meet, like, throughout the storyline, it's like, and the ones that we almost never see again, you always, like, look back and you're like, you know, did they ever, like, look for us or wonder where we were? You know, with the core, you know, squad that we hang out with normally, like, we know that they fucking, like, stood by us, looked for us, waited for us, you know, our core friend group, but it's like all the, like, secondary or tertiary characters we've met along the way. It's like, you know, you look back and you're like, okay, did they come looking for us? You know, did they consider where we were? You know, stuff like that. Our age had its share of surprises. If my memories are to be believed, the supposedly world-ending final days came upon us. Yet, here we are, in a future where you, at least, exist. Do we overcome the despair that befalls us? Do we find a way to live on? Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form. But as but memories, we may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Regardless, now that it has come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. Let this conviction guide our every action. I'm not sure what Athena's play is here. She's like, oh yeah, let me bring back 2 of the people I wronged most for you to get a picture of who I am and like what I'm about. It's like, what? Like, what is her, like, I get she's crazy, but like, even crazy people make some kind of sense in their craziness. Kind of. Ish. Agreed, but as memories given fleeting form, we are bereft of any physical or magical talents. We cannot aid Shroud in battle. Nay, Athena meant us to speak, and nothing more. But though we may be tools, we need but not be slaves to her whims. We will tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with Shroud. Likely she possessed some means by which to observe events within Pandaemonium, either while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, her knowledge far exceeds our own. A shortcoming we must remedy at once. We would do well to learn more of the Pandaemonium now dominating the landscape of souls. Shroud's colleagues will doubtless prove to be of value in that respect. I feel bad for them. They're like, what the fuck's going on here? Direct right, critical hit, determine. Let's go critical. Alright, Pandemonium awakens. Why do your companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. Alright, you pussies. Let's go. Come on. Wrangle them. Drive them forward. Reel them in. If someone like maxed out fishing in this game, like level 90 fishers, be like, hey, no problem, La Habrea. I maxed out my fishing for one purpose only. They'd like reel in Nimiji. Or, sorry, Nimjiji. Although you may be but a confluence of memory, it is an honor to meet the personages I have only read of in Shroud's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit to no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. We're powerless to do aught but speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. It isn't my life I fear for. I only fear that I might not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my mind. We stand before two of the ancients. We hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. Beyond the ken. I'm sure that wasn't a typo, so I guess there's another use of ken that I did not consider. But, I don't know, my immediate thought was, okay, is there beyond the Barbie of my peers as well? Ignore me. But what purpose does Sphere serve if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end, we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the thread which... Don't get dogs, folks. Which will lead us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in these forms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. We could start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all of life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. Still, she seeks to transcend her mortal existence so that she might unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. And just ask Heidelin, it's not exactly a desirable existence. There's a lot of self-sacrifice involved, which clearly she's not capable of. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea as it's known in this age, as a staging ground for her final experiments. Here lies a practically bottomless well of ether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. See what I'm saying? Like, I freaking... God. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as I remember. Without even realizing it, I found myself feeling an affection for her. Buddy. Okay, I'm sorry. I know she's your mom, but your mom tried to fucking sacrifice you for the sake of her godhood. Like, that takes the whole, I carried you for 9 months, so do this for me, to a whole nother level. Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join our side. I know the true Ericthonius would never want that. But these emotions remain in memory, if nowhere else. We shall remain here to compile what information we can. You must infiltrate Pandaemonium and seek out Athena. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets, which have yet to be unveiled. All that's left is to cross the menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? To the menacing threshold! Away! I have one question for you. Does the word Orosite mean aught to you? Orosite? Why yes, there are a few records of its existence. It mainly makes appearances in the legends of Ivalice and in tales concerning the Asian Laha. That's where you... Shush! Shush, Nemiji! Shush! In tales concerning an entity known as an Asian, this personage is associated with black Orosite known as the Heart of Sabik, a source of considerable power. I see. So time has not buried it. Uh-oh. He may be a memory, but I'm getting worried vibes. Right, Eric. From the outside, Pandaemonium looks so different than it does in the past. However, there is no guarantee that the inside will be familiar. You would do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it has been cleared of threats, La Habrea and I can approach, and we shall begin our exploration of the interior. The portal should convey you to Pandaemonium's gates. I can hardly need to tell you to keep your weapon at the ready. True. You needn't tell me that. I've been playing this game for over 1,000 hours. I'm well aware. No one stays dead in this franchise. Nobody. Nobody. I get these probably in memory too. But seriously, what does death mean anymore? Oh my god. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much, did I not? I understand you may be confused. I was too at first. You see, I am not the true Themis. I was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I am only an illusion built from memory, no more real than La Habrea or Erichthonios. Okay, yeah, but both of them are like fucking... They're very much like themselves, but I digress. I suppose this is a loophole to like the whole bringing characters back to life thing. It's like, oh, we're not actually bringing them back to life, but everything that matters about them and encompasses who they are as people, we can bring that back, because it's memories. Even so, I believe I have a grasp of the situation. This is the distant future. A future where Athena lives once more, although the means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You are here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Yes, you do. Very good. I would be disappointed if you did not rise to a challenge. Although I am sorry to say I cannot aid you. My creator has tampered with my essence, and I am oddly inclined to act in her interests. I can do naught but offer you words of warning. We will fight, and it cannot be avoided. There's no need for that pained expression. Remember, I am but an illusion. Nothing worth shedding tears over. We can free you just as we freed Agdistis? Fucking names, man. I feel terrible if I had to trounce Elidibus again. Let's say that one. I know not what is in your mind, but I must stress once again that I cannot defy the urge to stand against you. So this boss fight is against... Okay. Did I mention I hate Athena? Did I? If not, let me say it again. I fucking hate this bitch. Athena's hold over me is unyielding. Still, I would ask that you listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Erichthonius, so that she may become a god. By gathering the souls readily available in this sea of ether, she tempers with her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin ether, you managed to lay Hephaestus low, and Athena would know the secret of your strength. To that end, she has prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so, give her the knowledge she desires. What the fuck? That's not Pandaemonium, it's a transformer! Okay. So we're just fighting Pandemonium now. Oh my god. What's happening? Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We can do little but hope for Shroud's success. Well, good news is I've been through some shit before, so we got this. Demonic Alexander. Okay. Pandemonium. Once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with a soul. Okay, I was kind of joking before, but we literally are fighting Pandemonium. Okay. Athena has grown much since her death at La Habre's hand. Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have so many others. Then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena. I'm thinking I'm putting Athena in my top 2 villains in terms of the ones I hate most in this game's storyline. She might be number 1, but the only one next to her I hated this much was Fat Man from Shadowbringers. I only remember him as the fat guy, as the Fat Man, who had the "oh no, he's hot" moment when it turned out he was a Light Warden. Trying to remember his name. XIV, yes, him. Asshole. Okay. Yeah, I think he's still got the number 1 spot, but next to him is probably this bitch. But to be honest, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I hate her quite a lot right now. Okay.
He's done the Sorrow of Werlit series.
The Sorrow
I
of the
hated
Lady.
him too. Oh, we're discussing your tier list of people you hate the most.
So far, top 2 is Vothri and Athena.
Yeah.
I'd be hard-pressed
I'm
to
surprised
say
you don't have
just who-
Valens anywhere there.
Don't have what in there?
Valens Varro, the guy who abused children in multitudes of ways.
The Diamond Weapon quest.
Oh yeah, him. I don't think he's as high up on my list is because we didn't deal with him for too long. That questline wasn't super in depth or as long. We dealt with Vothri for a shit ton of time.
And Vothri has the top tier whiplash moment in Shadowbringers, where
Oh no, he is hot!
not that one, where you're talking to Captain Bunny Pants, and she's having an emotional moment, and then Vothri floats over and starts spouting off.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't enter the ethereal state anymore.
Alright, so, Asmo, just to warn you, the area you're in right now is basically the arena for the fight. As you can see, there are ledges.
Those
And the
ledges
green-
are important.
Those
And the
ledges are
green goo
very
is
important.
death.
Yeah, the green goo is not immediate death, but I still do not recommend standing in it.
Oh, and no matter how hard you try, and no matter what abilities you use, you cannot get onto the platform where the boss is. There's an invisible wall there.
Gotcha.
I have used Dancer to try and get myself onto that platform, and I've gotten to where I should have gotten onto that platform, and I hit a wall.
Okay. So we're fighting it from this platform and the two adjacent ones.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So, yep.
Oh,
so
wait,
we're gonna we're gonna stay
What?
mostly in the central platform for a good while.
We have Zev, and I think someone else wanted to join us.
Crap.
Alder.
Crap.
What do I can't fuck? Okay.
Yeah, I canceled it.
Okay. Who wanted in?
Right. We've got Zivana Walker here, and I think maybe we got one more. Alder, if Alder's here. Hooray!
I am here.
I pulled up Alder's character card. Samurai Storm Captain.
Satyan, the penalty only applies if you withdraw like 3 times
Yeah,
in a short time period.
and that's for yeah, just failing to notice once isn't going to cause too many issues. It does like affect your position in matchmaking, but because we only need 1 DPS, that's hardly anything.
Speaking of, we're waiting on that 1 DPS to click. We're good to go.
Okay, another warning. One of the big tank busters of this fight is a shared tank buster. It looks like a normal stack marker, but it's bright red.
It does not look like a regular stack marker. It's bright red.
Yeah, that is by definition not normal.
Alright, well, I'm not playing the tank, so both tanks, keep that in mind. I just look
just
for
saying
red
don't
arrows.
Hey,
stand
look,
it.
it's an outfit like I would use. Actually, I think I've used that outfit before.
And what's kind of fitting is my character uses that crystal to summon you guys, and I kind of did actually do that.
No, you use Discord to summon us. That's
Yes,
different.
Discord is my gem. It's my thing. I just held it in my hand. I'm like,
The new samurai sword is really big.
like when you say big, do you mean really, really fucking long, kind of like Sephiroth's blade, or actually gigantic?
Yes.
It's
very
actually
long.
gigantic.
I want the bunny crescent. It's the white mage weapon. It's a bunny on a moon with a flower.
I'm assuming that's the blade you got equipped right now, Alder.
Yep.
More like
It's,
Sephiroth.
it's like
than I am,
wide.
though.
It's wider and like twice as long as your average samurai sword.
I think that's called Nodachi.
Yeah.
Generally, this is pretty straightforward. Don't stand in anything that looks dangerous.
Right them out.
The webs.
Just stay far enough away from everyone. Everyone needs one.
Yep.
Someone missed one.
Now, if chains spread out, get away from them. The AoE is actually kind of small, as you can see. If you see little lasers, raid wide with the bleed. If you see little lasers, like little purple lasers out the top of it, you want to
You can
stand
stand in the
directly under
middle.
it.
Lasers.
But each one getting one is important because otherwise it's a raid-wide
With a vuln.
vulnerable stack.
Stay where you are.
I'm assuming that's a safe one to stack up on,
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
because it wasn't
Party
red.
wide.
Yeah, that's the party wide.
This
That's
is the buster.
one. That's the buster.
Okay, that one's pretty clearly a buster. I mean, I'm sorry, that does not look like it. Unless you're, I could understand if you're colorblind, but that's clearly red.
It also only has 2 stacked dots in it. Building spider, building spider.
This savage fight is a nightmare.
I bet.
Ah,
Oh god.
there you go.
Stop moving.
This ain't great.
Stop fucking moving.
This ain't great.
Ah,
Nope.
Yeah, stop moving, people.
Why?
I will note that there are bridges on either side.
Get over to the side where his face isn't.
Fuck! It's always ledges! Always! Why? For once, I just want to die to a normal mechanic.
To be fair, you did die to a normal mechanic. You stepped into the green and the poison killed you.
No, the fall killed me.
this
Well,
is true.
Stack marker killed me because not enough people were in it.
Yank!
It's always ledges.
Gravity is your mortal foe.
It is. I'm constantly killed by falling.
Hey, summoner, you need to res somebody.
Oh shit.
Where his face isn't.
Yeah. Where I am. That's nice.
I stopped to look at the,
Bridge.
Yeah, I'm slow. We know this.
I'll Mason flash you when I get back over.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Take!
However, I am now stuck on the...
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Well, at least I can heal myself.
alright, what's up? Yep,
And
that's a wipe.
There it is.
that's a wipe. Everyone jump off the edge!
Stay where you are.
Alright, when that crap ton of silk spits comes up, I'm just gonna run over to one of the flank ledges and keep the space clear.
Yeah, that's really what started causing the downfall of,
Yep.
Yeah, because yeah.
Because someone kept moving and then got, like, half of the raid stuck, and then from there it was Lauren and I in recovery mode, and then our summoner didn't res us fast enough, and...
Will go no further.
Yes, I'm gonna find a way to blame this on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we get it. I'm stuck. Okay, I get it.
Spin my web.
No,
You know
just
I'm
say-
not actually upset with
I
you.
know.
Good.
Spread out.
No, just yell at me when that happens.
I did, and then you rezzed us, but you rezzed us on the platform with no bridge.
Yeah, that is totally on me. Why am I?
Everyone get in the
Pillars.
I
pillar.
can't move. I can't move. I was literally stuck.
Yeah, it's fine. It happened.
All this
Take
did.
off.
When it does that first thing, try not to get too close to people because if
Pillars.
you tether them, they're also dead.
Fuck.
Stay where you are.
Okay. Oh shit.
Pointed at me. I can't move. I was casting res.
Terrible.
Who said this was a very straightforward? I think you jinxed us.
Nope.
No, you know
Oh,
what?
like yeah. If the tank dies during that, it just randomly targets people.
Yeah,
Hey
it
Lauren,
does.
good luck.
I was like, fuck this.
I'm out.
Make the jump. Zenbeck Limited says, when the boss casts Ultima as a raid wide, the eye reaction was, that's not allowed.
Would you believe if I told you the next fight's easier?
Honestly,
no.
the next fight is
Major
so
options.
much easier.
It-
Once you figure out the attack patterns, it is so much easier.
Yeah,
a
but
heck
then
of a lot
that's
easier, more straightforward.
that's the catch. Once you
Yes, but we have people to yell the attack patterns at you.
Yeah,
Yep,
one
that
fight showed me the pattern. It was pretty damn
Alright.
easy.
If you get webbed together, please call out that you're webbed together, because otherwise we can't come and free you.
Yeah, all you have to do to free someone who's webbed is run through the web.
Yep.
I was too close to the pole. It tied me to it.
Well, that's why you gotta call out that you got webbed.
Yeah, but I didn't know that happened. That's the first time that happened to me.
We're good. We're good now. We have 4 reses.
attempt number 3.
I hope.
Go team, fight. If people are starving and relying on you, they need to learn how to feed themselves. Learn. I say
Oh,
this,
don't
and
wanna
I'll
go there.
probably be sent out for food later.
Sorry.
Huh?
Communio, boom, and boom.
Pillars.
Oh, damn it.
Luckily, there's 6 pillars and 8 people, so.
Yep.
This is true.
Take it off, if you please.
Also, if you get hit by that secondary, you get a doom, Lauren.
Stand under them.
It's the lasers.
I tried to Isuno you, but I saw it too late. Sorry.
Buster.
Communio. And get my DOT back on him.
I missed my dots.
Meet a warrior main. What's a dot?
Where you bonk them so hard they continue to bleed after you're done.
Summoners used to have a bunch of dots.
Alright,
We
I'm
don't
going over to the
anymore.
left flank here.
I'm going over to the right flank.
Hey! Off of me. Oh, it's Lauren. Never mind.
Get on the side that he's not.
I'm just gonna call that the bitch look attack.
Yeah.
Stand out of the yellow circle.
And then do what comes naturally to timed AoEs.
Take it off, if you please.
What am I supposed to do that when you move? Stay away from the edge. Stay away from the edge.
Stay away from the tanks. Stay away from the tanks.
Was I near the tank? Entirely possible, but I didn't think so.
And Communio.
And the lasers?
It's the laser.
You're gonna want to run
Lasers.
over this left bridge here.
Yep.
And
Run
get
over
out
the
this
bridge,
left side.
web bridge.
Merge. Okay. Oh, thank you.
The red is instant death.
Yes, yes, it is.
Reprisal. Asmo has poison.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know.
Pillars, stand in them. Good. Lasers, stand under them.
I was under them when it hit me. I must have been bleeding.
Sometimes I'm genuinely unsure if it's bad luck you have, bad gamer, or reaction time issues.
Some of it is bad luck, man,
All the way
but a
forward,
lot of it
stand
is.
all the way forward.
Yeah, snuggle as close to the edge as you can without falling off, because he's going to kick us
Shake
back
it off.
as far as about 3/4 of the platform.
Pretty much, yeah. All the way forward, bad.
Anyway, I was gonna say a lot of it is bad luck, but a lot of it's coordination. So
Communio, boom. My
because
DOT
I
back
literally
home.
only have the use of the one hand, so it slows me down.
Fuck.
These are for tanks only.
Yep, those are tanks only. If you don't have the pretty blue badge, stay out of those.
I accidentally activated first person mode. That was scary. I made it.
Away from them.
Could be a bitch laser next. Nope, touchdown. Just straight to touchdown. Across the web, bridge.
Charlotte's Web.
Cool, and I was close to it this time, so.
Okay. Heading over.
And stop moving.
Why are you
I'm
moving?
trying to get away from the other people.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Oh crap!
Crap, yeah, you got me. Shit.
Yeah. Oh, that was lucky.
That was close. I almost went off the edge.
Me too.
Buster. Reprisal that, and
I'm gonna LB at around 5%.
hey,
Okay.
You may as well go ahead and do it and do the damage.
You don't want to do it too soon,
Why
just
not?
in case.
just in case we need either LB3, which is why I always say like DPS LB3
Yeah,
for under
that's
10%.
That's true, but I don't think we'll need one.
Away from things.
But right at 10.
Web's next, coming in.
These bars are unbreakable. Stay where you are.
Take it off if you please.
Might hurt. Crap.
I'm tethered.
That's all my.
Moving
Alder?
in.
I'm tethered, people.
Lead back to me.
Yep.
Ah, fuck.
Hey, we got it.
We won.
Just at the very end there, got fucked up.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It happens to me all the time. You'll get used to it.
your orchestrion roll dropped.
Ooh.
I do like this one.
Oh, I'm not getting it.
Not the one I'm looking for, so...
I'm not getting it. Ooh.
I rolled a 50. I sure as heck ain't getting it.
I rolled a 21. I ain't getting it.
I rolled an 80 something.
Okay.
Well, congratulations in advance, Jenny.
Yeah, you're getting that one.
I wrote an 80. No, I wrote an 82.
Up, the rando got it.
Oh well. It's not like I won't ever see it again.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, he got a 98 already.
Not the one I want to farm of choice, but, yeah.
Alright.
Now for my
Okay. Leave the duty and continue the story. Tell you. I defeated Pandemonium. Alright, have a good one, Sebastian. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day, or get some good rest anyway. The rest of your tier? That was a beautiful display, as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in battle. Shroud, is that? Mm-hmm. Pandemonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall await your arrival beyond. So I'm assuming the next boss, safely speaking, is Elidibus. Which is unfortunate. Apologies for not coming sooner. This place is enveloped by some energy. By some fell energy, and we couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Themis? Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to past events within Pandemonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary's discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve her whims. But is what Themis said true? She imbued Pandemonium itself with a soul. To breathe life into that which should never live, Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friends, we've made some strides toward figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabik may be the key. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present, the sundering of the star, the emergence of the Asians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that under other circumstances we would have considered childish fantasy, if not for a name that rang true in La Habre's memories. The Heart of Sabik. To you, the secret of the Ultima weapon's might. Not least the spell known as Ultima, and a source of enduring mystery. We are told that a general from the Garlean Empire was gifted this aura sight by an Asian, and the Ultima weapon might be perfected. Yeah, that Asian was you, pal. The identity of this shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. You seem to be a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge. If there is aught you are withholding... I take it safely we don't tell him? Very well. At present, the Heart of Sabik itself is of greater moment. Is of greater moment. Is of greater moment? Feels like a weird line there. Of greater import, maybe? It is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of La Habrea. This predates even Pandaemonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. So wait, she made the crystal? Wow. Goddamn. She dubbed it Auracite, studying it with a fervor unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her efforts was a Stygian crystal unlike aught we had ever seen, the Heart of Sabik. What is Auracite? How did she find this Auracite? Did Athena encounter Ultima the High Seraph, perchance? An unexpectedly specific question. I gather from that the Heart of Sabik is not the only Auracite in this era. Regardless, I knew naught of this High Seraph. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect that it was not of our star. Much later, we discovered that Auracite magnifies the desires of those who come into contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's actions, following her recovery from the... following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Auracite and its insidious influence that was a real tongue tie right there. That was a tongue tie. Wow. Insidious influence away. Athena's plot had already been laid. So what became of the Heart of Sabik? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of the ether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity of destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. If it is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents, even were her memories stored within, I would have remained in ignorance. She included some mechanism by which to give these memories form, as she did with our own. She would be reborn. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. Irony. I have told you all I know of Athena, and the many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories within the heart of Sabik, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? During my fight with the ultimate weapon, in the hands of the Asians, presumably. In which you triumphed, but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day, an Asian. And the self-same Asian was later struck down at a location known as the Aether Chemical Research Facility. I've heard that name, and recently, the site of Professor Claudine's disappearance. Indeed, he was tracing an ethereal signature resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession, a signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Sabik, in which case it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed. But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? What was his mind not his own? Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for lack of physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. Maybe a Claudine's? If Elidibus is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief, as you well know. You were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required, and has long since turned to dust. As pleasant as the discussion is, we require more information if we're to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, Shroud? Themis. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we're accustomed to. We know not how vast the space beyond these gates may be, but why am I yawning so much? What the fuck? But somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he would be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, you didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask you to do the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Themis would never have wished to be your enemy. Well, again, more irony. While Ericthonius' perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. Agdistis broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggesting that Athena's hold weakens under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I am certain it is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his ether will... I am getting really tongue-tied today. I don't know what's going on with me. His ether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You had best act quickly. Alright. So this is the next fight. And Abessios. Next tier.
A lot of the stuff that's happening isn't shocking if you wasted as much of your youth playing video games as I did.
Oh, I know. I played just about every Final Fantasy game there is, except for all of the 13 series, because it's awful, but...
What's that about
it
shocking?
Is god-awful. Oh. Have you played... You haven't gotten up to Final Fantasy IV yet.
I'm finishing one still.
Okay. So, everyone is all freaked out that the blonde guy was Golbez, but anyone who played Final Fantasy IV already knew that. So, the big shock for this content patch wasn't a shock to anyone who'd played Final Fantasy IV, because we already knew the big guy in black armor wasn't Golbez. The blonde guy is Golbez.
Okay.
I'm hearing crickets chirping.
I mean, did you open up Bad Gamer's head? Is his cricket lonely?
Nah.
We should get it a friend.
We
can borrow the one brain cell from my cat.
You guys are so mean to me.
No. If you open it up, it's just an empty like shell, and there's like 2 marbles that if you roll his head around, you can hear him swinging like.
No, I'm offering to let you borrow the brain cell from my cat. He only has the one because he nearly drowned himself in his water dish yesterday.
I don't need brain cells. I need better hands.
I'm sorry, I'm attached to those.
For gaming purposes, I suppose it would be preferable if we got those hands from Korea, maybe Japan.
Well, you're on stream, so I can't say what I want to say.
Okay.
All right.
Oh boy, here we
Here we
go.
go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I
Best
like this fight.
Best fight of the tier.
Best fight because it's easy, or best fight because it's actually.
It's well
see.
designed. The music is good, and
just do the fight. You'll see.
yeah, it's don't worry. We won't let you die too terribly much. Well,
No, they'll let me die in your place.
the edge is murder, just so you know.
That's always the case, though.
Throne room.
Welcome to the Chamber of the 14.
To thank for this incarnation.
I thought about the Dark Council in SWTOR actually when I saw it.
Okay, so it's the same voice of Elidibus that we heard before. I don't know, with that face and body, I thought he had a different voice than that.
Nope.
I love this song.
I need to sit down and farm this for this song.
I need to
This is
check the market board to see how much it is.
Probably
Yeah.
still a bunch.
I summon you, bunch of degenerates.
Excuse me.
Well, it's
I'm
true.
actually wearing
I'm a-
pants for a change.
I am a barbarian, not a degenerate.
I hunted the nearby strip mall for all my allies in this fight.
Bargain deal.
Alright. This will be
All
interesting.
right.
If in doubt, follow me or I'll yell at you.
General rule of thumb. Pretty much any attack of his that has ruling in the name, this has a bleed by the way, will be followed up with another attack whose AoE depends on whatever he's channeling. If he's channeling dark, purple, you'll want to end up closer to him.
Basically, you'll want to run back into where the AoE just happened.
Gotcha.
When he does this with light, stand far away because it's gonna basically expand and hit again. Like I said, once you know what you're looking for, this fight's actually really easy.
Okay, it's gonna be dark.
So it's run back into where it was.
Another raid wide.
2 white mages, we can handle this.
The glare mages.
Okay, this on its own does not too terribly much.
Okay, it will be opposite colors. So if you're white, you need to be in black, and if you're black, you need to be in white. And you need to still avoid the AoEs that will be coming at you.
Sorry, this is opposite. So if you're dark, you need to be in light. If you're in light, you need to be in dark.
Yes.
Alright, so I did that
And then
right.
when he casts Emissary's Will, if you are not in the right circle, you die.
Thank you.
Channeling dark.
So run back in. As soon as he kicks you back, run back into the center.
He's the real yin and
then-
yang guy.
And then he'll kick you back and just stay out.
Buster.
Alright, let me hit it. Boom. And enshroud.
Another dark and light.
Hey.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Channeling dark.
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Hooray for anti-knockbacks.
Now to take your measure.
Tank Buster on the off tank. He'll gap close to him. Follow up is dark.
When it's a stack marker, the follow-up is light, so you need to get out.
Fake.
Once you know the dark and light mechanic, this fight is really easy.
Yeah, that's the
Stay
biggest
stacked.
part of it.
Stay stacked.
Yeah, darkness means hugs. Light means run away.
Yep. And then you get 2 sets of angel wings, because the other healer actually knows how to use their angel wings. Oh, that's nice.
And I shall never die.
You are the emissary and you are about half health. You are going to die.
Oh, I'm dark for a change.
And yet you're still in the circle with me.
Your measure.
Oh, crap.
He's dark, so
In.
in.
Could be a
Thanks, I
second
missed that
mechanic.
one.
These magics are not for you to wield.
Nope.
Will you be judged
I thought I would be
worthy to
cheeky.
exist?
Never be more cheeky than you have to be.
Oh, that poor healer.
Oh boy.
My DOT ran out. Gotta reset that.
Now to take your measure.
Light. Far away. That poor healer got hit with a tank buster, and it's all lunatic's fault.
Stackety stack.
Stack, and then once it hits, run away because it's a light.
Come on, come on. Ow, ow, I made it.
And Communio. Boom.
Warriors forged in my own image.
Okay, clones from the side. They're both gonna do a line AoE. One's gonna follow up with light, the other dark.
Crap. No, I went too far.
Also, the wall is still murder.
Yeah, I went too far. I misjudged the distance
I'm gonna
of
die.
using my Hell's Ingress.
You to wield.
You pulled a red mage or a dragoon, and you flung yourself into the danger puddle.
Stack.
Yes.
Stay stacked.
It's the cross mechanic that always gets me.
Sorry, Jenny, I didn't have Ace
No,
up in
it's-
time.
It's fine.
You guys got it.
Embrace or
30%.
darkness consume.
Dark
We-
follow up.
Considering we're only missing 2 DPS, we're doing fine.
For victory.
I was dead, but I'm back now.
Dark follow-up.
The tank buster is always a dark follow-up. The stack marker is always a light follow-up.
Jake, if you please.
I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
Here, what?
Now to take your measure.
Light follow-up.
Thank you.
These magics are not for you to win.
No.
Will you be
Ah.
worthy to exist?
I got knocked back into the death zone.
Buster.
Isn't that supposed to give you like a minute to get out of it?
It's only a few seconds. And if you don't end.
Take your measure.
Well, I know
Like follow-up?
Light follow-up. So
when I
still
say a
follow-up.
minute, I mean a second. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like 6 seconds or something
but
like
I could have gotten out of it.
Holy crap, you actually limit breaked.
Huh?
Who did?
I did.
Yeah, you
Okay.
usually don't. Usually you're not
Yeah.
scared, you're cautious of the limit break button.
No, usually I don't know if that needs to be saved for anything
No.
in a given fight. It's not that I avoid it. It's just when I'm new to a fight, I tend not to do it on instinct because I don't know if there's a mechanic we should save it for.
These magics are not for you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There are
Dark
some
follow-up. And down.
In fights where I know the rotation and the mechanics, I straight up do it all the time.
Oh. Asmo, you are our lucky charm.
Why?
I rolled 26. I'm not gonna get it. The music dropped.
39. I'm not gonna get it.
14. I'm definitely not.
I'm probably not gonna get it because I'm only gonna get to it in just a second here.
Oh hell!
It's RNG, dude.
I got 28.
I got
Up
both of
what
our
the
rando
randos got.
commendations.
Apparently, because I
fleeting
leave it
moment.
out, I save limit break for DPS when the boss is at 5 to 4% health because that usually be enough to kill them.
I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
but there are some bosses where there's a mechanic where you have to tank LB to survive it. I can see
Yeah.
not using it if you're not sure. googly eyes off my microphone. It looks like it's judging me.
One of their retained.
Alright. Okay. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of the victim at the expense of aught else, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? Leave her will over him has broken. Free. I am no longer needed. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. We need you, Themis. Your work isn't over. You must render judgment of Athena's actions. This warmth, your ether. Have we stabilized him? I believe we have. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I am here on borrowed time. And borrowed time is better than no time. I only hope that I can see you through the last of your battles. Of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let us return to Erechthonius in La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. Oh boy. Themis, it's good to see you. I knew Shroud would guide you to our side once again. I am grateful he had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answers for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course, as I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. It is someone Shroud knows well, a man by the name of Claudian. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. Huh. Okay. I suppose it makes sense. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories into Claudine's soul while it was still within his body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the Sundering, beings became more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires. So that's why she has turned her sights toward Shroud. His uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. By scrutinizing his feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Shroud's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. We have to save Claudian. Can't we simply remove Athena's memories from Claudian's body? Then to fight Athena we must fight Claudian as well. Now, can we simply remove the memories? I'm assuming it's not simple, but can we remove them? An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can describe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudian's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. So I assume we have to beat the shit out of his body controlled by Athena, and then once it's beaten down enough, he'll be able to wake up, so to speak. We still don't know why she chose Claudian. What makes him more suited than anyone else? Although I have never spoken to Claudian, I did witness an incident that may have proven revelatory. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Erichthonius. Oh, is Claudian one of the shards of Erichthonius after the Sundering? That makes sense, I suppose. It is as I thought. Ah, crap. He deduced what we are. I figured La Habrea would be smart enough, but still. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudian. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood, as we are now. She would unmake us in an instant. Shroud, we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate, and the fate of many more besides, squarely upon your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. And God or no, I shall cast her down. It's a burden I'm used to carrying. Objections? No. Concerns? Yes. Fucking A. It's a burden I'm used to carrying. We'll just go with that. It's like, I've done this shit quite often since I've been here. I imagine so. Ever have we relied upon your skill at arms? And we all appreciate Shroud's willingness to fling himself into the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudian. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. The same goes for you, Shroud. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then, let us trust in La Habrea and prepare for the battle to come. Tally-ho. Before we face Athena, I must know. If she had ever discovered the Orsight, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? Shit. I have asked myself the same questions. Questions with no answer, I fear. But let us put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would do so not as La Habrea, but as a father to his son. And Abessios, the 12th circle, now accessible. Alright, and I think this is the final one, unless I'm mistaken. I might be mistaken on this one. But we'll see.
Yes.
You're
Okie
correct.
dokie.
It is the 12th and final one.
Very well.
Fair warning, this can get a little hairy in points.
So this is the final one, like of the whole raid.
This is the finale. It's all been built on English. Pandemonium has been building up to this.
English,
final
motherfucker,
fight.
do you speak it?
English. What happens if you put 3 languages in a trench coat and have them beat up other languages?
Bold of you to assume it's only 3 languages.
Alright, well, let's embark upon this final journey. Well, it's final journey, but final Pandemonium journey. We are waiting upon one tank.
Always tanks.
I find
No,
it's
it's not. What do you play?
I find it's often
I'm a
actually
place where I'm
healers.
always a healer. DPS are a dime a dozen. When I'm waiting, it's for a tank.
When I'm waiting, it's either for a tank or it's either for a healer or a DPS.
Well, yes, but I'm playing the healer role, so I'm not waiting for myself.
Even when I play a tank or a healer, I end up finding out we're usually waiting for healers, another healer or another tank.
Are you a cat? I think you're a cat.
No, I possess no tail nor ears, nor a constant
Okay,
desire
so-
to kill.
I was
Okay,
talking
so
to
good,
this...
bad news. There are ledges.
You have done
Yes.
well to
Worse
reach the
news.
seat of godhood.
They sometimes move.
Now,
Oh yay,
bear
great.
your
Yes.
Good
souls
news.
to me.
There's only one knockback, and it is dodgeable.
And it's very easy to see. I'm gonna make you dance. Yep, I'm gonna make you dance.
But the floor will fall out from under you.
The cat protested mightily being made to dance.
Alright, what's her form?
I want to rip off her wings.
What the fuck am I looking at with the chest part?
Did you take antipsychotics as a child by chance?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Are her eyes closed?
Yes.
Yes.
She also has a hole in her throat.
They're also everywhere in the sky.
I hate her.
Yes. If you look around, the sky is full of eyes.
I would say worst mother in this particular FF, but I don't know if I'm forgetting of someone.
Well, I never noticed that.
Worst Rapunzel's mother.
Show me your all, that
Who?
I might become
Harshafon's mom. But no, she just... I'd be more likely to say Vothri's mother.
Why did you say Hashafon's mom?
Because that's Embrick's, not Embrick,
All right,
that's
pay attention.
Edmund's wife who didn't even look at
Bathroom
Harshaphon.
AoEs in the order indicated by her wings.
I think this
It's
one's
going to
worse.
be right, left,
Bottom.
right.
At least that bitch was just neglectful. Whoops. I blame Bad Gamer, he distracted me.
How did I distract you? Now there are
You
many
were
things that are
talking
my
about...
fault.
You were talking about friend's
Okay,
mom.
there will be tethers. They are line AoEs.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
A Trinity
Hey,
of Souls again.
Right. Right, so...
Not this again.
Raid wide AoE.
Was I not out of that one?
He was a little off center, I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
No, it is my fault.
From the fabric of creation.
I thought I was clear.
Find the one that's channeled to the circle.
Donut.
And scan.
The donut, yeah.
Yeah, come to the one that is changed to the donut because it'll be the shape of the AOE that it gives off.
Okay. Well, that's a cool effect, but that's
Stick around back here. Stick around back here.
Ow.
She's gonna do it again.
If you put your tail in my tea, you're going to have, well, a burned tail.
Alright, stick around where we were before.
It's short one, then the long one.
Oh,
Short one first. Oh, and then I wasn't moving fast.
Now the knockback. Get to her sides. If you're hit by that, it's a knockback.
yeah.
And there's ledges.
Which means death.
Can you res the healer? My cast thing is on.
Alright, stay away from the platforms with eyes.
The ones
Got
that are
her.
tethered. They'll grow teeth. If you get hit by that move, it's actually named Sample.
Sample.
Sample. As in, it sampled you and found you tasty.
Okay, Okay, tethers and more half-room AoEs. Now she's reducing the field further. I'm stood where I'm stood for a reason.
I saw the pink that time. They gave me.
Left. Left.
Right?
Right.
So stand on this one for 2 and then...
Wait.
Fuck. Wait, I got damaged by the first one. Why? I was on the right side.
You got damaged by the
Because-
second one.
No, he got hit by both.
No, I got hit by both, but I don't. That doesn't make any sense. I was on the correct side with the rest of you when it hit.
Because snapshotting. The
she's
snapshotting in
gonna-
this fight is a little bit weird.
Yep. She's gonna be going to add phase now, and now chaos.
Run your AoEs to the edges of the screen, or the edges of the arena.
This is chaos. What the fuck?
Still adds and avoid AoEs.
And try to get the other healer to stop dying. Jesus Christ, I want Lauren back.
Wait, where did Lauren go?
Let's get going. Get to the sides.
To food, I think.
Did we get all the ants?
Oh, obvious rip-off line is obvious.
Give me your wings.
The butterfly wings or the bird wings?
The butterfly.
The answer is C, both of the above.
No, just the butterfly. She can keep the bird wings. I don't care.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
And that's pretty much a fight. It's that all over again.
With some overlap. Alright, I'll say don't go immediately to where the donut's gonna resolve, because she'll do a knockback. Get to her sides.
Donut is going to resolve right here.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Trinity of Souls.
Right, left, right.
How did I get hit? I was on the correct. Fuck you! Fuck you! I was on the correct side.
Yeah,
If
I've
we follow
been.
it up with separate spread markers, the snapshotting is very awkward.
Whoever fucking programmed this fight fucked up. That is
Darn
a
it.
that is a solid fuck up right there. That is
That
not
is a
on
solid.
game.
Everyone needs to jump off the edge. We're doomed.
It's a wipe.
It wouldn't be
Yeah,
a
some of the
wipe if it
snapshot-
wasn't fucking broken. That's broken.
Yeah, it is. I've had issues with that too.
Oh my
It is.
god.
Its timing is very misleading.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But you gotta
it's,
pay attention to the animation very
as soon
carefully.
as soon as she casts the AoE on the, let's say she's casting it on the right side, the moment that you see the effect on the ground, you need to run to that side. Or we'll run to the side she's about to opposite side she's about to cast on
Alternately,
the animation.
just stand still and eat one of them, and don't eat the next one. If you're gonna fail, at least only fail once.
Take it off.
If need me, I can put a danger Dorito on myself.
No, crap. Okay, that one was my fault. That wasn't the mechanic.
You're fine. Like I said, once and I can keep you alive. Two, not so much.
Alright. Line AoEs and tethers with lasers.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
I don't like. Crap! I didn't see the order.
Prizle, you got it.
Yeah. Only because I noticed where we were standing, but I still got it. So yay.
Buster!
A win's a win.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
No one likes you, Athena. You
She
should
is
put the
she is
fight
a
on and
total
die.
bitch. I feel the exact
Marks, you
opposite
got wings.
feelings I felt when we fought Heidelin right now.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to fight Heidelin. I knew it was coming, but I didn't want to have to. But
Yeah, everybody knew it was coming, but yeah, it kind of sucked.
I didn't know it was coming. I was pretty sure it was coming. But I was hoping I was wrong.
that it's
Fuck,
a different kind of fighting mom here. This is the
it
abusive
off.
mom.
Yeah, this is the bitch.
Oh, we shouldn't be standing back there.
No redeeming quality
Fighting
whatsoever.
Heidelin was fighting mom. Fighting this bitch is fighting a mother.
Watch the floors.
I'm watching them.
I think I'm in a safe place. Yep, I am.
It's the
good.
difference between mommy and mommy dearest.
Yes.
I just wouldn't call her a mom. I'd say she's a mother.
Lines and tethers.
Mommy dearest is something very particular, and it is not a good thing.
No, Mommy Dearest is not good at all.
More floors.
Oh, that person's done. Yep, there it is.
jeez. Yep. I didn't fall off, so I was in the safe place, but I wasn't in the safe place fast enough.
Trinity of Souls. Get
And
to
both
right,
of your healers are dead.
left,
Okay.
and alright.
Oh shit.
No, good.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, this is hairy enough. You really do need to pay attention a bunch.
This is but a glimpse of the god's strength.
It's gonna be very, very rough.
Most recent time I've gotten to use LB3 as a healer with this fight.
He holds such power as you will never
I don't think we're gonna make it.
No, I don't think so. Nope. I'm down. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. He's gonna hit in rage.
I'm just gonna continue to do my job at home.
Ooh, Spring's Eternal. I see it.
There's Ultima.
Yep. Theos' Ultima.
Yep.
Squish!
No, I do hope before this game ends, we either fight against or see Zeta Flare.
Well, we're here. We're now. We gotta beat up this bitch.
Squish! That was probably my fault. I got eaten by the floor.
Well,
Take it off, please.
I did res you, but in the process of doing that, I got caught on the floor, so...
Yes, but you didn't actually res me. You res the other healer.
Oh, sorry.
Which, no, pick
I was
one.
I was aiming for
Pay
you, though.
attention.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're right. Okay, one, but we're good. I'm gonna get out of it.
At least the ones that come in from the sides are very narrow.
Fuck.
Oh, that was... God damn it. I'm sorry about that.
Nope, I did the same thing. Which means all the reses are dead.
Over the side.
That was a quick
I
wipe.
die on my own terms! No. I do appreciate the fact that it gives me a way out if I'm the only one alive. It's like, I die on my own terms.
In terms of a baseline engagement, I think this is so far, hoping it remains so, but this is the second most number of times I've wiped in a first time fight.
I think my record recently was actually Dark Throne.
No, that was my record. You did 5.
No, when I first did Dark Throne, we wiped like 12 times, I think, before we finally got it.
Ah.
It was the green ball attack that kept getting people.
Gale Sphere.
Yeah, because people were not figuring out how to avoid it. Left. Right. Right.
First time I did it, my team left me. Yeah, you stupid.
Lasers.
Out of the alley, out of the alley.
Right.
Right,
Left.
left,
Right.
right.
Line Buster.
Yeah, just keep it pointed that way.
chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
I wish there was a way to turn these effects down lower.
Super chain theory? No.
I got them about as low as they go, and they're still too fucking bright.
I actually got to use for Flash Bomb the other day. That was fun. Red Mage Limit Break free.
I've only seen that once.
Yeah. I know why people call it for Flash Bomb.
Damn, snapshot.
Okay.
Damn it.
Who died?
If you'd be willing to bring me out some food, that'd be nice. What part of town are you going to? Okay. KFC?
Hello, Asmom.
They say hi.
Watch
They
the
say hi.
floor.
Floors.
Chicken. Not boned. Yeah. No. Make sure to
Does
get
that mean you want it deboned, or do you not want it deboned?
Oh.
Floor.
Okay, I think I'm out of it. Yeah, I'm out.
I just want to point out, I just looked behind me while I was doing that, and I didn't fucking die. And not only that, I kept my attacks up. I'm impressed with myself.
I'm impressed with you as well. The rescue was not my attempt to say that you were bad, it was that I thought you were still behind me, because I lost track of where you went.
This is but a glimpse of the god's strength.
See, this is what I said before. It takes me 4,000 goes, but I'm getting the mechanics.
No, I went too far. Oh no.
Oh shit. Ah, crap,
And-
that's on me. That's
Yeah,
on
that
me.
is entirely on you.
Sorry.
Oh, darn it.
I think the healer's got you, so we're good.
She rezzed lightning.
Alright, out from the middle.
You should res me because you're the one who murdered.
I almost did. And then I noticed the healer was alive, so I left it.
But you're still the one who murdered her.
I know, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Such a singularly resolute soul.
I specifically tried to avoid you, and it's like,
Yep, I was mid-cast on on rezzing the other healer. So the reason the other healer was alive.
Alright, pay attention to where these AoEs are.
I can't see.
Shine brilliant for me.
Knockback. It's for sides.
Side.
So the donut.
Cannot escape my eternal
Trinity of Souls. Left, right, right. Switch over and stay there.
Bad gamer, I think you missed the part where you said stay there.
I did, but I...
Move.
Jesus Christ, why do people not stop when I'm trying to get past them?
Line Buster.
I wish it didn't take so long to summon my damn carbuncle.
Use Swift Cast.
I have to do that to heal people. I mean, res people.
Play Red Mage.
I actually do. I need to get back
Heather's
to
a
that.
super chain theory. Pay attention, please.
There is no donut for the super chain theory. Ah!
Floor.
Also floors.
Stay in the middle
Now get to
and
the
try to
sides.
keep her forward. Oh,
Okay.
Today, my theory shall be proven as fact.
Again, like the moralizing sure I had to do with my ass earlier, trying to be like, oh, you know, it seems you just don't understand. It's like, no, I understand perfectly.
Line buster.
That's why I hate
You're
you.
a psycho. That's yeah.
Like
I
I
need to stay
hate.
behind her so I can see shit.
I now understand why La Habrea was the way he was when we met him as an Asian.
I'm saying.
let's save the limit break for healer until the last
Yep.
5%, just in case.
Where,
Alright,
where
don't
are we?
move immediately to the donut.
Shine brilliant for me.
Get to the sides.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Left. Right. Left.
Today, my theory shall be proven
Take
as
it off.
fact.
Buster on me.
I'm kinda tired of resing this other healer.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
At 4%, I'm going to limit break.
No donut. There's going to be eyes soon.
To silent vessels, I give voice.
Crap. Ah, got me.
Don't
Are you
mind.
serious?
Get to the sides. Get out to the sides.
1%. We can do this. I was actually reaching for the limit break and realized that
Yeah, I
we
know.
just used it.
Bad timing.
0.1%. Come on. Yes.
Got her.
Ah!
Got her. Alright. Guaranteed minion.
Of
No
Athena!
orchestrion. No orchestrion roll.
I don't really like her song as much as I like 11's.
I'm not really fond of this either. I don't really, but then again, I also have said like 1,000 freaking times.
Yeah,
I don't really dig the EDM.
I really don't like this fight because of that one. Like, for me, it feels like a cheap way to die. When it's not even really based on your reaction time, it's based on the fact that the actual effect of those waves is off kilter from how it actually displays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's far from the. Yeah,
That-
no,
that
it's
only-
far
that-
from the first attack of that type that resolves in a funky sort of way with funky timing.
Hey, double eight. Mushroom graphics.
It doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't.
I made them myself.
Yeah, it still sucks.
You can see that Savage version of that fight.
No.
No, not till they
I
fix
have
that,
a
that
standing
timing
invitation. I have a standing
They won't
invitation
fix
to
it.
a bunch of raid statics, and I refuse.
They won't fix it. They've cleared it internally as it is.
It's just a matter of everyone else adjusting to what's wrong.
I weirdly respect that, though. If they clear it themselves, then you can do it, so. It's still a dick move, but I respect it.
Yeah. Alright, I gotta meet you guys for the story section.
Yes, you should.
Alright, let's go. Alright, worst mom of the year. Time to get off your ass. So I can knock you back down on it. Again and again and again. Countless years I waited within the stifling crystal. And now, when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Yes, because you're a psycho bitch. Your dream is naught but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would benefit only you. Yeah, exactly. Selfish bitch. Through and through. And why, Athena? At the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? Why is everyone looking around like... It matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interests of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. But she's a bitch! Leave it at that. Don't tell me they try and redeem her right now. Please don't. I hate her too much. There's no way you could just turn her around. How unlike you, Ericthonius. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck up a hypothesis, there is but one thing the wise woman desires. Irrefutable proof. Okay, good. They're making her look as psycho as she is. You nutjob. My theory was that any true god would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. Of course, this egomaniac sees God as a she. Probably sees God as looking just like her. To prove this could not but benefit the star, I would give it the perfect stewards, and that it might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it? In that, I am no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures cannot but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would take the selfsame course. If the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The Oracite made such thoughts irresistible, perhaps, but it cannot have created them from a whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends there. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. This bitch. She said that to her own son. What a cunt. She's up there with, like, not, like, in terms of worst parents. She's up there with the dad from Full Metal Alchemist who used his daughter and his daughter's dog and turned them into that fucking amalgamation horror. She's up there with that. Not on the same level, but close. Real fucking close. 'Cause the difference is this bitch failed where he's fucking succeeded. Quotation marks. Fuck you, you absolute twat waffle. Fuck you. Oh my god, I hate you. Oh, please tell me we can kill her or something, please. And shove my scythe right up her ass. What are you saying? What do you mean? What do you mean? Poor Ericthonius. Always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I mean, I hate to agree with her on anything, but it is pretty fucking obvious, man. I give birth to you for a single reason. That you might serve as my tool. And like any tool, I crafted you to suit my needs. That you might accept my essence when the time came. You cunt. Oh, you cunt. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, ensured that you would feel a cloying affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. Oh, so that lingering affection he has for you isn't because of anything motherly about you. You absolute bitch. No, it's because you literally programmed him to have any kind of lingering affection. Wow. Wow, what a whore. Fuck. I'm mad. Please. La Brea, kill his bitch. Well, I guess he can't. He's a memory. You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic. Ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes. Unable to do otherwise. I was doomed from the start. Yet here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. Yes. Yes. Preach, Themis. Thank you. Preach! I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. Still, you ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are witless, if the star would not be mine, then it serves no purpose. Or is she gonna try and freeze a death ball us? Please, please! Cleave her head off! She aims to obliterate the ethereal sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Wait, aren't you just a memory working? Before the battle, La Brea told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed eons to find its home in another. One whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memories seize this chance to follow suit, they may resound enough to wake his mind. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know. But if I can rouse his soul, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold. It's the best chance we have. My whole life others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I found it. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. I don't know why, that kind of hit me harder than it should have. Maybe it's because it's just in the wake of her horribleness, but fuck that. Ah! No, fuck. Why did that hit me so hard? Fuck! No, no tears, no tears. Do not come. I am not a bitch. Wow, that stopped my heart for a second there, too. Oh, fuck. Ecthonius, do not dare. Oh, fuck you, bitch. No, stop this. Your words hold sway over me no longer. My life is my own. And I have found my true family. My power wanes. The vessel rejects me. Yeah, the one being that should have rejected you most didn't, and that was La Habrea. La Habrea, you stuck your dick in a witch, my friend. He stuck his dick in crazy. This is what happens. This is what happens when you do that. What is happening? These magic should be impotent with no body to fuel them. Precisely. I think it was the sole source holding the space around Pandaemonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Shroud's final resting place. And, you know, let's try and save Claudian too. Just saying. Don't, game. Don't even try. Of all my miscalculations, to think that you would be my undoing. That you would even be capable of defying me. The only thing that would be satisfying to me right now is if he stomped her face in. Ah, is there more you would say to me? Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudian back to me? Apologies, but I am only the dregs of your own memory. I could do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapses, bearing you under its weight. How disappointing. Truly useless to the last. At least I'm glad that they're not trying to magically, like, at the very end here. Oh, wait, there was some motherliness in her. No, I'm glad that they're keeping that consistent, but fuck! She's way worse than Vaught. Fuck it. No, Vaught 3 is nothing on this bitch. Fuck you, you absolute cunt. I'm glad you're dying. The one thing Eric Thonius should be doing right now is stomping on your face. And who made me that way? Oh! I'm mad. I'm fucking angry, man. Fuck that bitch. Ah, fuck. Rage in my veins. He's a better man than me. You just shit talker at the end. I would have been like, with what little of my existence is left, I'm stomping your fucking face in, you bitch. Oh, god damn. I think I hate her more than any other villain in this goddamn entire game storyline, with the close exception being that douchebag who tortured those poor kids. But even he, maybe it's just because I'm more fresh on this than I am that, but even he was like more honest about it. It's not like, to be fair to her, she's not like dishonest about it, but it's just the difference is he wasn't their actual parent or anything. He wasn't actually caring for them. He never pretended to be a lover of them in any kind of parental figure. Not in the same way, anyway. He wasn't their actual parent, is what I'm getting at. She was! That was her own fucking flesh and blood! That was her son! And he was nothing to her but a tool. And once she even had the audacity to shit on, even at the very fucking end. Fuck, man. Although Ericthonius is not but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are the heroes of the day. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here both to look over Professor Claudian and ensure that there are no further disturbances in the ethereal sea. You should rest, and I will take no for I will not take no for an answer. Oh, man. It's got my heckles raised. Sorry, I'm genuinely angry. It seems we can do naught but wait. And to think, like, I started this whole sequence thinking La Habrea was a bad parent, when in reality he was a bit more absent. He was absentee a little bit with Ericthonius, but nothing. I could never have predicted how bad the mom was. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague, Nemjiji, was enlightening us on historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Asians, La Habrea. Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there is no evidence connecting the Asian to myself. Yet I am aware that this La Habrea used the heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only one present who has met the Asian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? Yes, but don't feel alone, so did Elidibus and a lot of your order, really. You are him, I cannot be certain. Well, the thing is, we to be fair, we don't know that's him. We just know that Asian said he was La Habrea. But at the same time, he did have the same symbol, so I do think it was him. I don't think it was one of his followers just taking the title. I see. If you say it is so, then there's no reason to disbelieve it. These Asians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the sundered worlds. I have heard but a small number of their deeds, and still I find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit, 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I would treat the heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. Ah, it appears Claudine has awakened. Shroud, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. La Habrea, Ericthonius' memories of you dwell within me still. Through unyielding discipline you hoped to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty. At the least I wouldn't hear no more. Though you may possess Ericthonius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the actions of the Ascian, but you are not him. You are La Habrea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that you deserve the utmost praise, and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandaemonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find these answers: the past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it will change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? While Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. I shall take on in the ethereal sea one final time as I await your return. This is heavy, but less so emotional. Like, well, very much so emotionally. But I'm more like I'm coming down from my rage right now, so I'm feeling the weight. I am very curious to see how this concludes. But by God, was I angry a few minutes ago? Oh. It's a video game. It's a video game. It's a video game. Fuck, man. World unsundered pandemonium. Time to see where this concludes. I gotta keep in mind that that everything we just went through, these guys have not experienced. Trying to keep that in mind. Shroud. Truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. Seems I was wrong. I'm looking for answers. I just want to say hello. I'm looking for answers. Just be straightforward with them. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. He has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think a curtness is in order. We braved Pandaemonium together. Why not at least share with him our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandaemonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. La Habrea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemetheo. Thus, we are able to restore Hegemon's mind and body. Yet there is still much work to be done. Damage to repair, keywords to replace. The tasks are too many to count. But, although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandaemonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed. Before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandaemonium itself, and another as a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment also almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. Stay here. This will be over soon. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There is still much to be done if the waters are to be freed. You have served within Pandaemonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior keyword, now that Agnestus is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the Warden's minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master La Habrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. In that moment, he looked like Satan. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusions was that in order to transform a vessel into a Hemetheos, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magics used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hesperos and Agdistis, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandemonium into chaos. With their attention divided, Keyword and Warder alike were easy targets. But there was an act that came before, regardless of Hephaestus' prowess. He could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. I see what's happening here. Hegemon. None would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandemonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead it, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision of Pandemonium, but Athena's. Master La Habrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation. What are you doing, La Habrea? Do not approach. As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so I have come to a decision, one which was made with the best interests in our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. I must embrace those odious memories. Yeah. I figured he did have to, because when we met La Habrea, he didn't have half a symbol, he had a full one, so. I actually figured he would remerge with it, but I didn't think we'd see it. I think it was just implied, but never mind. Mark well this sight, engraved it upon your soul, very soul. You now bear witness to the true La Habrea. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well. Athena's puppet no longer, I see. She may yet harbor ill will toward me, but that is a risk I'm willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandemonium to divert my focus. Hegemon, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to overseeing this prison, none other who will take such pride in their duty. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of keyword? I require your talents, as I require Hephaestus's. The past is of no consequence. Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. The Heartbreaker is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation and thinks not twice once his judgment has sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. And should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same, Shroud. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. No, they shall not. Not on some things, anyway. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. I intend to, and I do. It certainly didn't go exactly as I had pictured, but all the same. There you are, Shroud. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His stories shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience. Namely, those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Aziz La. Doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Erichthonios' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed, it was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Erichthonios' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Erichthonios exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth into Aziz La was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually, although the choice was not entirely my own. I'm still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. That the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated. Well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Ericthonius would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Ericthonius' memories and such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us to behold. Shall we witness it together? Fuck yeah! Load her up! Put in the DVD! Or put in the VHS. I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and the creation magics we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet won out. La Habre and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus Themis has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creatures. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandemonium's cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I've resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandemonium from both my father and I shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot. I've imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandemonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another man like my dear friend will come along. One with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where he is now. How many souls has he saved? How many beasts has he slain since last we met? That's a loaded question. Because from our perspective, not many since we last saw you. But from the actual span of time, pretty much our entire career as an adventurer. Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Shroud, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandemonium. Please make haste, I repeat. Kill Athena 6 more weeks in a row. You can get the weapons from this raid tier. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me. Now we come to this. It survived. Yes, the heart of Sabik. Ah. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Orside yet remains, and may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. My pleasure.
I see. Then
That jumped me. I wasn't expecting it to be voiced.
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored.
I'm genuinely off-put by the voice to that face. Like, this voice worked in Elidibus's previous forms that he's taken. It really doesn't fit that.
I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend.
Yeah, by the way, I killed you. Or I kill you, I should say, from your perspective.
But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel. You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandemonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth. Into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Atheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
This game's too good at making you regret killing people. No, I don't regret killing the Elidibus that we encountered, but it is unfortunate, given what they could have been had the great disaster not befallen them. Sure, he started it.
How fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
The writing's so good. Can other games have like a fraction of the writing ability that this game fucking has? Please. Welcome back, Shroud. Hope you said farewell to Themis for me. I said farewell. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, 'tis a gift I could never hope to repay. As La Habrea said, I am not Erchthonius, yet I bear a part of him inside me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervor the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I only hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, may you farewell. If you've done the Stormblood Invalus raids, which I have done, talk to him again after you complete the quest. Okay. Spell speed, skill speed. Yeah, I've done every major raid and stuff. I think I'm not missing any yet. I think we've finally done all of them. Unless did I do the Four Lords? I think I did. I may not have. But there's like only like one raid in the whole game I haven't. One or two raids left I haven't done in the whole game. Actually, no, not even raids, like side stuff. But I'm pretty much caught up on all the content. Like I've done most of the raids and stuff, including Invalus. I keep saying Invalus, but I know it's Evilus. Let's go Tenacity. With both the Ethereal Sea and Heart of Sabik to keep my mind occupied, I feel I should never again lack for fascinating discoveries to motivate my work. What do you know of Athena and her connection to Auracite? How goes your research? The topic has been keeping us quite busy as of late. Nemgigi and Rizano have been a great help in making sense of all these fabulous tales. I shall call them at once to share our findings thus far. Our research into the Heart of Sabik has led us through many magnificent legends and tales from bygone civilizations, some of which mention, or at least hint at, the presence of Athena, Auracite, and the High Seraph Ultima. Yes. While we have formed an operating theory based on our findings, it is impossible for us to confirm its feasibility. Feasibility. Given our experience with the High Seraph, however, I can think of no one better with whom to discuss it. Although we know not the precise timing of the High Seraph's visit to this star, we do know that Athena somehow came into possession of a mysterious crystal said to be the source of the destructive magic known as Ultima. According to La Habrea, it was Athena who gave this crystal to the name of Auracite, and from her tireless research was born the Heart of Sabik. The Heart of Sabik contained not only Athena's memories, but a concentration of ether unlike anything we've observed. Even a small portion of it could level mountains. It did, in fact, level Castrum Meridium, not so long ago. Records of your previous encounter with La Habrea imply that the heart was, for a time, in the hands of the Allagan Empire. Doubtless it was the Ascian himself who gifted it to them, thus sowing the seeds of calamity. The Allagans made their little progress toward penetrating its mysteries, but some scholars attributed the fact that they were able to use it all to theoretical encounters between Allag's researchers and the High Seraph. Regardless of its journey, however, we do know that the Heart of Sabik returned to La Habrea's clutches soon after the Fourth Umbral Calamity. The rest hardly bears going over again. Tracing the legends of Auracite back to their source suggests that the High Seraph may be the cause of countless tragedies, including our most recent one. Regardless of the Auracite's source, however, it was Athena's bottomless ambition, that set the wheels of tragedy in motion. I found one of La Habrea's remarks most odd. While we were discussing Athena, he said he was a fool to think she could be confined. He didn't elaborate on the statement, but I think there's a possibility that Pandaemonium was built not as a prison for failed creations, but to contain his very own wife. Makes sense with that bitch, yeah. Let's make this giant-ass prison for one chick. Look how evil and crazy she was. Yeah. If he asked me, he went a little easy on how big he built the place. We already know he was well aware of the influence Arcite had on Athena. 'Tis not beyond the realm of possibility that Pandaemonium's true purpose was to keep her isolated from the other ancients. Even so, she had freedom enough to continue her research outside of La Habre's purview. Perhaps it was his love for her that kept him from tightening his grip on her activities. He stuck his dick in crazy, man. He stuck his dick in crazy, and some of it rubbed off on him. He went a little crazy for her. Fucking A, man. I feel kind of better knowing, though, that a being that powerful and major, even he fell for that. So, but yeah, that was an interesting line. What the fuck? Just stall. It's a puppy. It's a poopy. It's a puppy poopy. Cool. Unsung Blade of Anabasios. So now I just gotta wait 5 more weeks. Or 6 more weeks or whatever. Well, that was interesting. I gotta say, I enjoyed it quite a lot. I could not have guessed exactly how Pandaemonium was gonna wrap up, but that was pretty major. That was pretty major. Yeah, goddamn. Man, they keep upping the ante. The thing is, we still have MSQ content and the Alliance raids to wrap up for the post Endwalker stuff. Yeah, I know that we don't have it yet, but when we do. But you see why E like 11 most. What? Oh, why we like 11 most. The 11th? Yeah, I can see why. That last fight was bullshit, but yeah, the fight before, I can see why that one was the best out of the 4. Yeah, that last one they really need to fix. Like, the timing issue is really, like, the delay is really bad. Like, if you adjust to the delay, you can do it, but that basically forces everyone to wipe their very first attempt if they don't research the fight beforehand. It's the best music, 11, I mean. I didn't get to focus on the music too much during that fight, but I can say it certainly wasn't unpleasant. It's definitely not Scream, though. But, yeah, I think that'll do it. It's getting kind of late on my end, and it's really, really hot in this room, so I'm gonna go for a walk in the cooler part of the house for a second. But yeah, that was fun. Before I go, though, there's nothing... In terms of, like, major content, like, we've done what's available, right? Like, they didn't drop anything for the Alliance raid while I wasn't looking, right? Not yet. Okay. Well, I'm certainly excited for where we're gonna wrap things up. Both with the MSQ and the Alliance raid. Alliance raid will be 0.5? Alright. And then 0.55 will be MSQ, I'm assuming. Yeah, I mean, this was good, though. This was a lot of fun. I like... The writing is still top tier. Like... I'm genuinely excited for the next expansion, just in concept that the writing is just continuing to be consistently good. And yeah, like The fights they constantly improve on like the fights, add new creative mechanics. Everything feels so much fun to do in Final Fantasy. Yeah, they really have outdone themselves. They really have. I will say this: keep your guys' eyes out for a video or a couple videos in the future. They're gonna take a while to do though. Keep in mind I work full time now, so I have a lot less time to work on projects and video content and streams. Like I unfortunately don't have as much time as I did to do all this stuff. But keep your eyes and ears peeled soon for some videos content. Not FF14 related. It's mostly just stream content until the new stuff comes out. But yeah, keep your eyes out. I'm thinking about dipping my toes into Black Desert, mainly because a friend of mine keeps trying to get me to try it. He doesn't really know I do YouTube content or anything, so that wasn't his idea, but a friend of mine, IRL, he really likes that as an MMO. I don't know anything about Black Desert, other than it is an MMO, and I know that some people like it. But he's offering to buy it for me, so in my mind, I'm like, okay, if he twists my arm and buys it for me and I have to try it, might as well make some content out of it. So that might be a thing coming up, but that's the only other thing. There's another thing that's a certainty, but I'm gonna let that be a surprise when it comes along. So anyway, thank you guys so much for Black Desert. You think I'm game to try again with you, and I'll let you know if I agree to it. I mean, I have no reason to refute. I mean, someone's offering to buy me a game. Like, what am I gonna do? Say no? But I don't know. I'll let you know. But the other thing that's definitely coming, that's definitely in the works. It's just gonna be a little ways away. But yeah, I need to get out of this room before I turn into an Asmogan sickle, melting sickle. Yeah, good raid. I'm sad to see it wrap up, but I'm also happy to see it wrap up. It wrapped up in a good way. Anyway, bye bye guys.